Why do you seem so scared? La 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 la.
Hey everyone, it's Christine. Welcome to ParanormalTV if you're new, and welcome back if you're not. Today I want to talk to you guys about a possible visitation dream. Now I am so skewed on visitation dreams because I really don't know if they're real or not. I really like proof. I like to have some facts, to back things up, some science behind it. Yes, I can see that being paranormal because of these things, but with visitation dreams, I feel like there's no proof. And when you look up for proof, it'll just give you signs. At least I've done that a couple years ago, and it was literally just signs. So I feel like there's not a lot of science that kind of goes behind this to prove it, but they're a nice idea, to say the least. I hope they are a thing. That would be amazing if they were a thing, especially this one. This happened to me a while ago. This happened back when I had my surgery for my gallbladder. If you've watched my health updates, you know how complicated it was. I was not your average gallbladder patient. I was not. It was really awful, very strenuous, and I had a drain which caused more pain than I would have liked. But I had this dream while I was in the hospital that I so badly want to be a visitation dream. If you guys have been here for a while, you know I have some autoimmune diseases and just some blood conditions, and I have been sick a lot in my life. I've had my fair share of illnesses and treatments, and they are rough. So my grandfather has been to every hospitalization I've had and just about every treatment. This last hospital visit, he wasn't there. He's passed away, and it was really hard for me because I always felt protected with my grandfather there. My grandfather would kill for me. He was somebody that would provide you so much comfort in just him being there. He was there, you knew you were going to be okay. I love my grandfather to death. He is like my father. My father left me when I was young and only came back in my life a couple of times and was not nice to me, especially the last visit. It was pretty awful. It wasn't even a visit, it was a phone call, and it was terrible. But I always grew up thinking of my grandfather as my dad, and I feel very lucky, actually, because my dad was not a good person. So he had problems, but I think deep rooted, honestly, I don't know how good of a person he was. I've only seen the uglier side, and his good side kind of seemed disingenuous to me, but that's a story for another time. But so I always felt so lucky because my grandfather's so amazing. He was the most amazing person I had ever met in my life. He was just wise and full of knowledge and so caring, would do anything for me. He treated me like I was his daughter. He even bought me roses on my 18th birthday, and he told me, I feel like I'm gonna get choked up. He told me a father buys his daughter roses on their 18th birthday. It was really sweet. I do feel like I'm gonna get choked up, and I don't cry very often, so if you guys see me cry, it will be like a one-time thing, probably. So I was in the hospital, really bummed out that I just could not talk to my grandfather. I couldn't have a conversation with him because I was freaking out. Because it was a really, that was my dog Lacey sighing, but it was a really difficult situation. It was a very complicated situation with all of my health problems. So I was sleeping in the middle of the night, one night. I think it was actually the night after I had my surgery, which was a complicated surgery. I was back there for 4.5 hours, and I had a drain inside of me, so I was in so much pain. The medicine was only helping for so long, which really sucked because it was strong medicine. It was oxycodone, and obviously you can't take oxycodone that quickly. You can't even take Tylenol that quickly. So I would often have all these ice packs on me. And, they really wouldn't help that much. They would help a little bit, just a little bit though. So I was sleeping and I was in a lot of pain and nothing really was working at this point. And I had this dream while I was asleep and it felt very real. In my dream, it was early in the morning and the nurse was beside my bed. She was, I can't even remember. I was on so many medications after the surgery and she was giving me more of one of the medications I was on, but I can't remember which one it was at this point because I had so many. It's really quiet. It's like bright and early in the morning. It's still kind of dark in the room. It's very quiet in the room. The door creaks open and some light peeks through and I see this outline basically of my grandfather because he's not fully in the room, so he's kind of between a shadow and the light behind him. So it's just like the outline almost, like a shadow of my grandfather. And my grandfather dressed in a certain way all the time. So he wore a lot of black, my grandfather, which is probably where I get it from, but he wore a lot of black. Sometimes he wore some colors and some lighter stuff, but he wore a lot of black. One of his signature outfits would be black slacks. He had a belt buckle, a black button down that was tucked in, and he wore gentleman hats all the time. He had a cane. And the last few years of his life, he couldn't walk. And he walked into my room and I could see his face. And I sat up and I like reached out to him. I was like, Daddy. And in my dream, I was so happy that he was there. Do not cry, Kristen. Do not cry. I miss my grandfather so much. And in my dream, I was so happy and I instantly, in my heart, felt so joyful. And I couldn't believe that he was there. And it just, I was just so overcome with joy. I felt like warm. And he sat next to my bed. There was a chair. And my grandfather always called me kid. And he sat down and I tried to sit up and he went, lay down. And he patted me on the knee and said, you're gonna be okay, kid. And then I woke up and my pain was gone. Now I hadn't had oxycodone in a couple hours. And when I went to bed, I was in pain. I don't think it kicked in because I had had it and I was in pain when I got it. I woke up in the middle of the night. I needed it. And I think I woke up at 3, which is the witching hour. So, times where hauntings are believed to be more active and all that. But I woke up at 3 and I still had like an hour left for my pain medicine. So if anything, my pain medicine shouldn't be kicking in at this point. It should be wearing off. But I felt better. I just didn't have any pain for a couple hours. And it felt really good. And I think I cried a little bit. Because I was like, when I was happy I had that dream. Because I haven't had at that time, I haven't had a whole lot of dreams about him. I've been dreaming more about my grandfather lately. But at that time, I hadn't had a whole lot of dreams about him. And I had always thought I would have a ton. That, he would be in my dreams a ton. And it made me so happy to have that dream. And that dream still gets me choked up. I did not cry. I made it through the video without crying. So pat on the back, Christine. Not that there's anything wrong with crying. I just don't like to cry in front of people. And I know, like, technically I'm alone in my room. But I'm envisioning 800 of you right here with me. If you guys believe in visitation dreams, let me know down below. And do you guys think this was a visitation dream? Everybody I told does believe that this is a visitation dream. I can't say that it is. All I can say is I hope it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.